And here we are ready for another Underdog Fantasy Best Ball draft. Alongside Tyler Wiemann, I'm Shannon Sommerville. We're going to get into today's draft. As you can see, we've got Underdog Fantasy pulled up. If you don't have Underdog Fantasy already, what are you doing? Go ahead and download it. Use the promo code LineStar when you do. You'll get up to $100 of your first deposit matched. And that's a lot of best ball entries. MLB season fast approaching here. So we're going to get into as many best ball contests as we possibly can, all in the effort to win up to $100,000. That's the first place winner on the Dinger contest. But there's some other contests as well, but plenty of money to be had. And we're in it to win it, Tyler. How many best balls drafts are you up to these days?
You know what? I'm not sure. I haven't checked. Let's look real quick. I'm at 60.
As you do that, I'm entering into the draft here. This is on Underdog Fantasy. So for best ball is basically, for those of you that are new, we've got some videos here on our YouTube channel that will walk you through exactly what best ball is. But as a quick rundown, it's basically season-long fantasy without having to do all of the in-season adjustments. So you're really just drafting, and then you're automatically entered into this giant tournament. And as your players collect points throughout the season, basically Underdog Fantasy does all the scoring work for you. So they automatically take your best performing players and aggregate them each and every week. And then you advance throughout the season. You can advance all the way to the finals. And of course, we're all trying to win that $100,000 prize to first place. But there's plenty of winning along the way. Like if you advance, you win some prize money as well. So lots of prize money up for grabs in Underdog Fantasy's Best Ball Draft. I love it because, you know, it gets hard in the summer. MLB season's a long one, and you can sometimes forget to set your lineup. So this is just a great contest for you to get involved with fantasy. And it's also just, I think, a really great way to just get talking about baseball again, get in that mindset, get ready for the season because it's fast approaching. Tyler, as a Yankees fan, I do have to say that it's been a rough week for us. So hoping this best ball draft goes a little bit better than my week in Yankees news. As we've just learned that Garrett Cole is on the shelf for at least 1 to 2 months to start the season, which not something you want to see for the ace. And there's just so much uncertainty also with Aaron Judge now having to get an MRI, I believe, on his abs. I just don't know what's going on there. So hopefully we can have some more. Go ahead.
Funny enough, after the Dylan Cease move for the Padres, I believe we're back to being one Juan Soto away from being a real, a real contender.
So Tyler, for those of you watching us on YouTube right now, also give us a like on this video. Make sure to subscribe to the LineStar YouTube channel as well. Comment below, let us know. And also enter into the draft with us. If you enter now, we're still waiting on some spots to be filled in Underdog Fantasy. Hey, if you got nothing better to do on this Thirsty Thursday, come grab yourself a beverage and hop in a best ball draft. It's what it's all about. But it's also about...
I think I might enter my team as well, just so we speed this up a little.
Let's do it. Tyler's hopping in. All right, we're starting to fill up a little bit, waiting for 4 people. There are 4 spots right now, people. Come on, jump in here. Come draft with us. We'll talk you through all of our analysis, and a great opportunity right now to plug our other videos that we've done so far, walking you through some of the best ball strategies, like, you know, stacking. What you'll see in this draft is that outfielders go really fast. So we talk you through kind of how to, I guess, value certain positions, and you can check out our videos elsewhere on our YouTube page. And you got to stay tuned to the LineStar YouTube channel. Tons of content coming your way during the MLB season. We're going to keep it rolling. We've got your Underdog Fantasy Pick'em picks every single day here on the LineStar YouTube channel as well. So give us a follow, a subscribe, maybe even sign up for notifications as well, so that you can be alerted when we're signing up for contests. Up, waiting for 2 people. Things are happening. We are all in it to win it here. So we have the strategy video. We also just came out with a video on some of the late round values. So as you'll see throughout the best ball draft, and we will talk through some of our picks and the rationale for them, but later in the draft, there are some players that still have some incredible value despite being in like a higher ADP. So we talked through some of our favorites and some really great value that you can find. We gave you guys 7 players. That's in another video elsewhere on the LineStar YouTube channel. If you haven't checked that out, I highly encourage you to do it. I love that there's 2 Yankees on the list. We had Nestor Cortez in there as well, so maybe he'll be one of my picks, Tyler.
Here we go.
We're ready to roll here. Oh, I see one of our coworkers is hopping in the mix. Is that
I see that as well.
Oh, nice to see that. The LineStar team.
And he took the second pick.
Woohoo!
So I'm 5, and then Shannon, you are
10.
Where are you at? 10. All right.
Not a place I want to be, but hey, we'll make the most of it here. I'm wondering
most of my drafts, I've been 9 through 11 as far as my pick.
Yeah.
And I actually like it. So most of the time I end up getting, one of the last outfielders on the board. Tatis sometimes drops to me too.
Okay.
But I have a ton of Kyle Tucker and Alvarez because of this. But it sets you up to, for multiple high-end outfielders. So I don't mind going that way at all.
All right. So talking me off a ledge here with my late pick. Might be able to still get some value. But still, as we've said in our instructional videos, got to watch out for those outfielders because you'll find yourself on the edge of a cliff very shortly because obviously there are less outfielders available than infielders, just position scarcity. All right, no surprise there. Acuna is off the board. Now it is Soccer Geek's turn to pick here. We'll see who he goes with. What are we thinking? Are we thinking he's going Juan Soto? Even though he's now on the Yankees?
I'm going to say he goes Soto or Judge.
Yeah. I'm curious to see is the Garrett Cole news. Does that
Bet Soto.
Okay, we see you there. Going with a Dodgers player. Bold choice for that is one of our colleagues, Eli, who is also
one of the
Padres
engineers.
fan. So I'm just surrounded by Padres fans in this draft here. Love it. Okay. Oh, and you're going Judge.
Judge at 5.
All right. Look at this. I got the convenient
you got it ready?
Gavel. Judge's gavel was ready for you, Tyler.
I was hoping that Ohtani would fall to me, but, I'll take
no
Judge.
such luck there. All right. Let's see. I'm 3 picks away. Okay, so...
Yeah. You're pretty much locked into taking Tucker here.
Yep. I think it's going to be Tucker. I don't see Tatis or Alvarez falling to me. I like Yordan Alvarez, though. Dude can mash. Love it. So Alvarez went ahead of Tatis.
Yeah.
Interesting there. We'll see. Shea, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's it gonna be? Oh, interesting here. Look at this. Tatis.
Yeah. That's a nice grab at 10.
So we're coming back around again here for me,
I love
Tyler.
that value.
That is great value there.
At 11 and 12, being able to get an outfielder is amazing too. So these guys are lucky.
So got a couple picks ahead. So I'm trying to figure out who I think is going to fall to me there at pick 15. I'm already eyeing Kyle Schwarber right now.
Yeah, if I was you, my eyes would be clearly good. So
Gotcha. Let's see. Austin Riley, Kyle Tucker.
Yeah.
Come on.
You're in a good situation regardless.
I think
what they
so.
take.
I mean, I'd even not mind a Spencer Strider situation. All right. Who's going to come? Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Suspense is killing me here. Okay, I'm going Schwarber.
Ooh, you got your pick anybody.
Or do I go pitcher? This is the
Oh.
you know what? I think I'm going to go Schwarber. We can get value in pitching later. I know it's tempting. Yep. It's super tempting to go with a pitcher there, but especially one of Spencer Strider's caliber, who's just a machine for fantasy. He's got the innings and the strikeouts, just an all-around fantasy stud. So I wouldn't hate that either, but I got to go outfielders.
He had 1358 for his underdog points last year, and it's like he very well could be 14 or 1500 again this year.
Crazy.
And could beat any pitcher by, 100 or 200 points.
So wouldn't I hated that
as well. I am next up.
Mm-hmm. There you are.
am absolutely looking either Garcia or a Rosarena. Gonna be heavy on outfield early, and I am up. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna take Adolis Garcia.
Nice.
I know who Soccer Geek is taking if it falls to him, and he is gonna take Randy Rosarena. Nope, he's not taking Randy Rosarena.
It's right in front of him.
Yep.
Let's see who he could grab. I'm trying to think here. I forget. Who did he take it? Oh, yeah, he took, so you can see, Vladdy Guerrero. Okay. Definitely got some upside and power. That's for sure. I like Pete Alonso. I mean, we always love Polar Bear Pete. I think in general, all the Mets, in terms of best ball, are not getting a lot of love. Do you think that's because the Mets just had an abysmal season last year in general?
I do believe that. He is very consistent, so I don't mind taking him whatsoever. Mm-hmm. And you can get some, late value on those Mets. So he is an interesting pick. I just would way rather take an outfielder there than
going
infielder if I can. Yeah.
Right. Because as we talk about on some of these tutorial videos we've done is really trying to like maximize your picks and your value. And mm-hmm. as we did our first live best ball draft, we just learned that like there's a lot of great infielders, like a lot of great value you can get late in the infield. So
yeah, and doing our video on the late draft picks, I mean, setting up that show sheet beforehand, I could have listed 20 infielders that I like late.
Yeah.
There's very few pitchers or outfielders that I like late. Wow, I'm up already. I'm going to go with some Marcus Semien because I have that Texas stat going for me.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely did not expect that it would jump to me that quickly.
That comes out quick, especially when we're sitting here chatting about best ball strategy. It comes
You're
back.
Next up, Shannon.
Back around here.
So you can really go anywhere here as well.
Yeah.
But if Reynolds is there, that's probably where I would be going if I was you.
Really? Okay. I really do like Reynolds this season.
So my thing there is just
I also like
you're
Corey
taking
Seager
outfield.
right there. Yeah.
Yes. And Seager could end up being, a high pick next year. He has that ability, so I get it if you want to go there, but it just comes down to that outfield cliff to me.
Yeah, you're right. I'll listen to Tyler. He's done this a time or two, so we're gonna go with the outfield.
Thing here is with Kyle Schwarber. Like I have been picking Kyle Schwarber a ton early in the second round. I have a lot of him. But the thing is, you have to understand the nature of how he scores points. He scores points in bunches. Yeah. He will have a June where he hits 20 home runs or like some, crazy high number like that, but then do nothing for you for a month.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
He is that high pick, but you still have to have other solid outfielders with him because of
Yeah,
that.
absolutely.
And you're coming up on the clock
Oh
again
my
here
gosh,
soon.
coming up here soon.
And you might be able to get Seager.
Ooh, boy. That would be the perfect scenario for me. I love Corey Seager.
Or you could go Cole.
Oh, got snagged right in front of me. Whew. I'm actually gonna go with
You have
Gunnar.
Tucker. Oh no, you didn't go Tucker.
I'm going Gunnar Henderson. I really like him. I like the Baltimore Orioles in general as a team. So we're just gonna go there, start to get an infield. When should you pick up Cole, given the
other
injury?
day I got him at 52. That was before we knew it was 1 to 2 months. You know, there was still some, we have no idea. It was just the MRI news.
Yeah.
I'm
curious to see when he will go.
Good old George Springer with mine.
Nice.
But I think that you can probably start to consider him in the 50s.
Yeah.
He's going to miss a month or two. If he misses a month, then the 50s and the caliber of pitcher he is, you know, you'll be fine off. But if he misses more than 2 months, then
oh yeah,
you know, you're in trouble. Your season's over. But you know, you're getting a top tier pitcher this late. It's interesting for the playoffs.
I feel like we jinxed him in maybe our last draft because I was, you know, just saying what a great player in terms of workload. He just consistently puts up innings, and then I guess that takes a toll on every pitcher. But he does have that value where he has the strikeouts, he has the ability to go deep into games, and that's what you like for specifically best ball with the pitching. Super helpful for your scoring there, that's for sure. All right. Garrett Cole went at 48, though.
Yep. And now we got Soccer Geek back on the clock.
All right.
Flat
Tyler, what are you rolling with here?
I think I'm going to get my first pitcher. I'm going George Kirby.
Okay.
I almost went Goldschmidt, but I do already have one infielder, and so I decided to just kind of move it on to pitching, and you know, hopefully I can get another outfielder or pitcher when it comes back around.
Yeah, I think I'm going. It's looking like probably pitcher here. We got some good ones coming up. I really wanted. I was hoping Glasnow would fall to me, but no such luck.
Getting Nemo this late would be kind of interesting too, because you're talking about, you know, almost a full round later than he's going.
That is kind of crazy.
I was tempted to go there, but
I mean, batting leadoff for the Mets, that's not a bad spot to be.
And he's there.
Yeah, crazy. I am going to pass on Nimmo, though. I really like Framber Valdez. Let's do it. Got to get a pitcher here. Let's see who else is available. Coming up again here soon, so.
Interesting, the guy on the clock had 3 infielders. He got lucky getting Nemo because that really kind of evened out his team a little bit.
Yeah, this next one on the clock, 3 infielders. And what we've seen right in past best balls is as far as roster construction, which we did a video on conveniently elsewhere on our LineStar YouTube channel, but it's kind of a balanced approach, right? It's like
absolutely. We've seen that most people do a balance, but what we've also seen is that is the lineup construction that is doing the best. So the balanced ones are the only ones that had a advance rate over expectation. So, it's probably the way to go. I would say there's, very few situations where you would want to differ from that, but there are a few.
Okay, I'm going to go. Oh, it's not my turn to pick yet.
You got Santander.
Oh, I did get
I
Santander.
think it auto-picked for you.
Okay. Well, I don't hate that because I got a little Baltimore stack with Gunnar Henderson.
Yeah, you got Gunnar. You got Gunnar.
Yep, right now looking all right. We got Framber Valdez, Gunnar Henderson, Fernando Tatis, Kyle Schwarber, Brian Reynolds, and Anthony.
Blake Snell went still unsigned.
Snellzilla, right?
I know. I'm getting really worried about those unsigned guys now because who knows how long it's going to be
before they actually play a game. Oh, nice.
I almost took him last round, and he just fell to me. So
I mean, that's
I had
great.
to take him there.
The player that's like 1 year removed from NL MVP can't be bad. But second half of last season, let me see if I have his numbers. Just 246, 763 OPS. But I mean, it's also Goldie, It's like
that whole team just kind of fell off. I don't think that's who he is, though. So
yeah. Let's see who else.
I am 5 picks away. I got Soccer Geek in front of me, so I don't want to say who I'm targeting here because he will snipe me. I'm gonna just wait till right after.
So yeah, it seems like people in our draft are going pretty balanced. But
I mean, it's early to tell real high.
As you can see too, like though, the outfielders are starting to get to a point where like you maybe wish you had more. You always wish you had more outfielders early, I guess.
Yeah.
All right.
Dylan Cease's ADP is coming up pretty quick, it looks like.
Ooh.
That
Oh, there he goes.
I knew he was gonna take Cease. But the two people that I was targeting just went. Soler or Cease. I like them both quite a bit. There's some infielders I like a lot, but I think I'm gonna have to go Freddie Peralta. Just get to a couple more pitches here early. This first bunch of pitchers is where I've been really trying to get a couple guys.
Can't go wrong with Freddie Peralta. Let's see. I'm coming up here. What do I want to do? Let's see. As you can see, Jameson M96. No pitchers yet.
And that's okay.
Totally.
I think that you can go 7 or 8 pitchers and all later guys and be all right. You just need to get a little lucky with them, Find a couple guys that really do better than ADP and you're golden.
Ooh, yeah. I love Logan Gilbert. So I'm going to go with him.
Yep. I have a lot of him and a lot of Kirby.
Yep. Gotta love a pitcher-friendly ballpark that they play half their games in. Plus, he's a good pitcher, too. Coming up again here shortly. Right now, I'll just recap my lineup here. I got Valdez, Logan Gilbert, Gunnar Henderson, Fernando Tatis, Kyle Schwarber, Brian Reynolds, Anthony Santander. Let's see what I can do here. Tyler, what are your thoughts on Cody Bellinger?
I wish he was an outfielder in this. I think
yeah.
It's a little weird that they have him as an infielder. But I mean, I think he's a really good player. But at an infield position, I see no reason to take him where he's going.
Uh-oh. Let's see. I've lost my spot here. Sorry, guys.
Are you on the draft one?
Yeah, I gotta go on the drafts. Sorry, guys. I was coming up too. Let's see, active.
You got 9 seconds.
Go. 9 seconds to make a pick. I'm gonna go with Tristan.
He is a guy that I am pretty big on this year. I do really like him.
Nice.
And there are a ton of ways to stack him.
All right, so we're back. Sorry, guys. I got a little trigger happy there with the mouse finger. It happens.
Arenado went.
All right. Still got some decent players out here. Carlos Rodon, an interesting pitching. I gotta get some Yankees on my team. I gotta be a homer a little bit, right? Or are we serious drafting? I guess we're kind of serious drafting. All right, Tyler, I need your.
I got some Yankee guys for you. I cannot believe that Grayson Rodriguez is falling to me here.
Woohoo!
I literally just Googled or did a Twitter search for Grayson Rodriguez to make sure he didn't get hurt. And I just didn't see it because I can't believe he's still there. So I had to do that one.
All right. So as we have a little bit of time here, I need you to do an assessment of my team.
All right.
What do we think?
2 solid pitchers. Your infield you're waiting on, which is exactly how it should be. But you also have 2 high upside infielders where I really like that. And obviously your outfielders, your first 3 picks are all very, very strong with Santander being the stack with good old Gunnar.
Yep.
The other thing with your team outside of the Phillies, everybody else on your team is fairly easy to stack with later.
Right.
There's a lot of options on those teams.
Yeah. That's another thing to consider. Have you what team stack is most popping for you? Actually, you got a pick coming up. I'll let you pick first.
The stack that I have the most of is probably Boston. I think I've told you before. I think I really like their outlook. One, they're in a very hitter-friendly park. But I think they have a lot of exciting bats that are going too late. So I definitely have a lot of Boston right now. Minnesota is another one I have a decent amount of, and it's mainly because of Edward Julian, who I have a ton of.
Yeah, that makes sense. Let's see here. I like Josh Lowe, but this Boston stack could work with Masataka Yoshida.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that made my decision for me.
It's nice when that happens sometimes.
There we go. Because, like, I guess at this point, we're still in the point where you don't want to force a stack just to get a stack. I don't know. How do you evaluate when to stack and when to just go with a guy who's
It depends on the situation a little bit. If there's, some enormous value, I would say just take the value. If you're between two guys, probably go with the stacked one.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point, I think it's either way.
Yeah. Just seeing who's all. Ooh. I like. I'm gonna go Buxton there.
He was the only guy that I had on my queue.
Oh, I stole him. Very sorry, Tyler. But he's going at 111. It just kind of made a little sense.
Oh, totally. I didn't think I was actually going to get him. Just liked the idea of getting him if I could.
Yeah.
Now you're in a position where you're probably done with outfielder. You already have 6 and you drafted 3 early guys. So there's, not much sense of continuing.
All right,
that.
Tyler, we'll stick to the, you're right. When I keep trying to get Yankees, but I just, something else pops. It's just not really falling my way. That's okay.
I was trying to get Torres, but somebody took him before me
a
little bit ago. So
I'm trying to look here. Who is Soccer Geek going to go with? Oh, Soccer Geek's very balanced. 3-3-3.
Interesting. GDE684 has 0 pitchers, 6 infielders, and 4 outfielders right now.
Oh boy.
They are going to be struggling at pitching a little bit. And if they don't stop taking infielders, they're going to have too many.
If we get beat by GDE 684, and what if it ends up winning?
I mean, he could.
And it could happen.
You never know what happens. He could luck on the great combination of pitchers late in the draft, and you can do it.
Let's see. All right. Let's see if we have. I guess a good time as any to promote the LineStar YouTube channel, as Tyler is on the clock.
You should.
I feel like it's the NFL draft almost. Like Tyler is on the clock.
I'm gonna. Ooh. You know what? I'm gonna take a chance on a bounce back Bieber. I got Bieber fever.
You got Bieber fever.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Let's see. Coming up here. All right. Moving along. I love when drafts start to people are just, let's go. Let's see where I can go. Oh man, it's coming up too quick. I wasn't ready. Okay, let's see. Who can we get here? Ooh, I'm reaching. Doing it. Sorry about it. Had to do it. I probably would have come back to me.
It would have for sure came back to you.
I
However,
know.
it may not. If you skipped them again, it may not have came back to you.
Yeah. I forgot
I
that it
was
up,
starting to look at what Yankees I can get. But I'm definitely still looking to fill out my outfield, so that probably would have weighed heavier than going Volt Dog. I am a little light in outfielder still. I mean, I got Judge and Adelise, so I'm fine.
Right. Man, pitching right now. As much as I hate it, I'm going to go Barrios. Who's a Barrios? Even though he's a guy that I always like to take, Yankees against. But I'm counting on the fact that he's had a season of the pitch clock. I think that hurt him last year. And he's been looking good in spring. We'll see. What do you think about Jordan Montgomery and the fact that he's not signed yet?
I think any of the pitchers that aren't signed yet, I am worried about.
You're weary of?
Yeah. I'm going to take Lars Nootbaar just for the stack issue. He's hurt right now, but I'm getting him way later than I would have a week ago.
Yeah. Let's see here. Soccer Geek coming up. Okay, so while we have a little bit of a break, I can quickly just plug the LineStar app. LineStar app can help you, especially if you do have Underdog Fantasy. Every day on the LineStar YouTube channel, we'll have our daily pick'em show, but also on the LineStar app itself, we have a tool called the Props AI tool. So for those of you guys that are playing the prop market or just pick them on Underdog Fantasy, it has a tab specifically for Underdog Fantasy so you can see what the projections are for the day, compare it to what LineStar is projecting for that day. Just basically do all your research in one-stop shop. LineStarApp.com. Go check it out. Also, if you do download the Underdog Fantasy app and you use the promo code LineStar, not only will you get that $100 deposit match, but you will also get 1 free month of the LineStar app. So make sure to take advantage of that deal. It'll give you get a little test run of the LineStar app. So hopefully it'll help you out this baseball season as you get ready for in-season stuff. Oh, Tyler's up.
Back on the board. Came around quick. I wasn't even paying attention.
I'm pulling up your lineup here. We're taking a look at what you got.
I really don't want to, but I'm taking a Dodger. I just think Matt Muncy has fallen too far in a lineup that is that dangerous.
Nice. Yeah. And Muncy he'll have those games where he has 3 home runs in a game. It's crazy. So it could have monster weeks.
It is best ball, so we want those spike weeks.
We want the, yep. I'm going to do outfielder. GDE Sports. Let's see. Well, I could do a little of these two, Tyler. I'm trying to get a little stack working here. Oh, I like this. I like Geloff too.
All good options. Ryan Reynolds, Hayes makes sense. Stott is solid. You got Schwarber.
Yeah, I'll go Stott to keep that, as I know the Philly stack's going to be tough to get. So if it comes to me right there,
Yeah,
gets on base a
Stott and
ton.
Bohm are the only real guys you can go late with that Philly stack, which makes it, that's why it's so hard to get. You got Real Muto late also, but
Yeah.
there's the catcher issue there.
Right. I really like my boy Zach there for Oakland. Had an unbelievable rookie season. I just remember taking him a ton and pick him on Underdog Fantasy last season. It was just 0.5 bases most of the time. He got a lot of bases.
Yeah. There's a couple Oakland guys late that I'm interested in.
But I might go Jordan. I'm gonna do it. Gumby's coming on the team. I know you're weary of those guys. Hey, what if he's a Yankee?
Well, he could be.
He's familiar.
The thing is,
Right
the whole reason I'm wary of him is if he signs today, he's not making opening day. He might make it in a week or two. But if it goes any further, you're talking about him missing, a month or two of the season. So
I think
that's
hopefully
my real worry with him.
Yeah.
All right, now I am back on the clock. And I do not know who I want here. I'm going to go Willy Adames and hopefully be able to stack him the next turn around.
We're starting to get to the point in the drafts where we were targeting on our video this week, which is late round value. So I'm trying to point out a couple guys that we talked about as I see them here. Anthony Rizzo was one of them.
Yes, Rizzo was, and he's definitely a guy that I should be targeting later in this draft with Judge.
Yep. In fact, let me pull up my notes from.
Now you're going to try and swoop some of my late round guys too, huh?
Oh yeah, you got that Yankees. We're gonna be battling it out there.
Soccer Geek just snaked my stack that I was hoping to come around for me.
Uh-oh. Who did Soccer Geek? Oh, Contreras. You wanted that for your...
I was just trying to get that late little stack. Felt like Adames fell a little further than he should have. And so wanted to just, grab it up. I am going to go with Bryce Miller. I'm going to end my my pitching probably right there. Probably won't draft any more pitching.
Let's see. All right. Oh my goodness. Where am I going to go? I'm going to do it. Okay. So
can't believe you're reaching that far.
I did reach pretty far for that, and I probably could have sat on it.
You could have went till your next pick for sure.
Yeah, definitely. So I found some splits. So last season, the deal with Anthony Rizzo is basically that last season he got into a collision with Fernando Tatis and had post-concussive symptoms. And apparently he later admitted like he couldn't even see the ball for half the season. He had horrendous splits. I guess I have time to just tell you guys those splits. So before the collision, hitting 304 with 11 home runs. After the collision, 172 with 1 home run. So he had like a 5 strikeout game, and then they were like, all right, you're done for the season. But now he's healthy, and so I'm banking on that form of Anthony Rizzo, and I'm not going to go with Starling Marte here. Where am I going to go? All right, we're going to go Walker Buehler. Need a little pitching there. So I'm banking on Anthony Rizzo. I could have probably gotten him back around, but you never know. I feel like always Yankees. Anytime there's Yankees, I feel like, I don't know if it's just because they're Yankees in best ball. And he's batting in the middle of a pretty good lineup. It's pretty good. But yeah, should be fully healthy. And 9 for 20 with 2 doubles, 2 homers, 1 strikeout during Grapefruit League play. So that's the spot there. And I had to snag him before Tyler could.
I definitely was going to, or I was eyeing him. I wasn't necessarily going to snag him with the pick that I just took. But I did take...
Tyler's way more... Oh, Marcus Stroman's there on the board. That's an interesting one, too. Okay.
I took Melendez there. I think KC is actually a little bit of an interesting team to target. I think that lineup could be better than people expect. They added Renfroe. Witt is another year older. Melendez is another year older. If Salvador bounces back a little bit, then, you're talking about a team that could be a little interesting.
Let's see. Is Salvi someone you would take in best ball?
I would consider it. He's a last pick of the draft type of pick.
All right. Tyler, you are coming up in a couple.
Yeah, I got Soccer 2 more.
Took Trevor Story, who was another one that we highlighted in our show about late value. So good job, Eli. Great value there. I'll read off as you are picking.
Go Trevor back Story. Into my... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
You had... who'd you take there? Gorman?
Nolan Gorman. I'm leaning into the St. Louis stack that I have.
But Trevor Story just went 3 for 3 with a double, a home run, and 3 RBIs. First spring training, he hasn't been banged up. Batting 304 this spring with a 929 OPS. So, especially at that ballpark, good pick there by our colleague there. Nice job. Give you a shout out. Obviously watched our show.
Now, the stretch of outfielders we have right now is like kind of the last real stretch. There's only a couple guys after this little group here that have consistent playing time even.
Okay. I'm going to go with Marcus Stroman here. And it was a tough call there. Wanted to go Nasty Nestor too. But I think Marcus Stroman, I believe he's tinkering with his mechanics a little bit. And I think especially with Garrett Cole being out, someone's going to have to step up. Stroman also has like some really good, like he can get guys out and get those strikeouts too. When he's dealing, he's locked in. Coming up again. I guess I need a little infield help here. Look who we got. Oh, there's another guy we were chatting about.
And you are on the clock.
Yeah. I actually like Mountcastle, though. And he fits into my stack with Baltimore guys, so I'll lean in there. But Edward Julian is awesome. I love that pick so much. Maybe I'll get him again. I don't know. We'll see. But I just don't have Minnesota, so I don't know. Oh, I do have Minnesota. I forgot that I had Byron Buxton. So that's somebody I could target. Hopefully. We'll see what happens. Let's see here. Okay. Tyler is on the clock.
I am. And I've been blocked out of a bunch of stacks here today. So I do need to prioritize that a little bit. Fine. I'm taking Julian. Keeping him from you. Yeah, in this draft, the stacks that I have wanted have definitely not fallen my way.
Yeah. That happens sometimes. You can't force it either. Sometimes, like I did.
No.
I forced it a little bit a few times.
Yeah, I mean, I usually don't force it, and I'm able to get 10, 12 guys that have some correlation, with another guy. So I don't like to force it. But right now I need to a little bit.
All right. Soccer Geek 23 on the clock. Where are you going? It's an interesting one.
All right, I am back on the clock here. And I'm going to have to go. I'm going to reach a little bit here, and I'm going to go DJ LeMahieu. Get a little of
somebody that I put in my queue, so.
Infield stack, and I did it just to spite you.
I'm sure. We'll have to have a contest in this with Eli, Soccer Geek, and maybe the winner can wear this chain at the end to see who does the best in this.
Well,
in this draft.
We can label it this draft to be the one with the three of us, and so we can definitely keep an eye on it.
All right.
Shannon, you are next on the clock with your second to last pick.
Second to last pick. Let's go. We're sending it. Nasty Nestor. Welcome to Team Shannon.
Nice getting him in the 19th again. He's been creeping up into like late 17.
Yeah.
He was my last pick of a lot of drafts early on.
That's awesome. I'll pull up some notes that we had from our show the other day about him, but so one stat that they look at is called the SIERA, and that's supposed to be like one of the best indicators of how a pitcher's going to do that year for ERA, and the disparity between his actual ERA and the skills interactive one, which takes into account like strikeouts, walks, things that pitcher controls, right? So his had the 17th biggest disparity of any starting pitcher, which indicates he could be in for a bounce back. So those are some things that we look for from a pitching standpoint. Could be due for a bounce back season.
Yeah, he's also had several seasons where he's over 25% walkouts, strikeouts, under 8% walk rate. I kind of just tried to add those two together there when I was talking, but anyways, people that are doing that are absolutely elite pitchers. So he has the skill set. He just needs to be able to pitch enough innings this year.
So with my final pick of the draft, I'm going Dominguez.
Such a homer.
Homer pick there for the Yankees.
Yeah,
he's hurt,
such a
but
homer.
if he's back,
but hey, if he is called up and playing well during the playoffs, he could be a very, very good piece to that team. And saw you did not take Cronenworth. Cronenworth is a pick that I absolutely love with this last one.
If I wanted to go there too, but fell for the sake of being a homer.
Now, for this pick, I am going outfield, but there are several infielders I still like that would make my stack. Carlos Santana, there's Salvador Perez, Gavin Lux, but I'm going to go with Hunter Renfroe, as he's another guy kind of like Max Muncy or Schwarber, where he hits home runs in bunches. So I want those spike weeks, and he can do it. It also gives me that little bit of KC stack.
Coming up here on the end of the draft, Soccer Geeks on the clock.
5, 6. So I have 9 guys stacked on my team, which is a little less than I generally go for. I try to get over 10, but I did backdoor into at least 9. So I'm okay with that.
Team Tyler's got George Kirby, Freddie Peralta, Grayson Rodriguez, Chris Bassett, Shane Bieber, Bryce Miller. Solid pitching there, Tyler. Marcus Semien. Oh, we're completed. I can go into... this is my draft, but anyways, my final team.
If you go full draft, view full draft, and then you'll be able to change
hop back in there.
Mine to...
We got to do the post-mortem here. If it wants to cooperate, it's probably just taking a minute. But as we take a minute, wrapping up the draft here, as you can see, I think the big takeaways from seeing this draft kind of unfold is outfielders go early. So make sure you track them. Stacking. Sometimes, I reached a little bit, but, where it makes sense, look for those stacks, which are crucial. We did a video where Tyler broke down really how much that benefits you when you are trying to take your best ball team to the playoffs. So, and that's the goal, is to just keep advancing and have the best chance of having that winning lineup. So the $100,000 could be yours if you just take our tips.
The whole contest structure with the best ball tournaments is so interesting to me, because it is a giant tournament that you're playing in. However, I'm only playing against 11 people for the season. And then in the playoffs, around the same. I don't remember exactly what it is in the next round. I think it might be 16. But it's still a smaller group until you get to the finals. So it's an interesting structure. It excites me. It's a little newer. It's a fun kind of problem to solve. And I like it.
So if you don't have Underdog Fantasy already, download it, use that promo code LineStar for up to $100 of your deposit match, plus that 1 free month of LineStar, like I mentioned, that can help you whether you're playing daily fantasy or you're playing pick'em. It's a great tool to help you out, so you can check that out too. at linestarapp.com. And if you're watching us right now, be sure to do us a huge favor. Make sure to like this, subscribe to the channel, comment below, sign up for notifications as well, because we come out with a ton of content. Also, if there's other content you'd like to see us do, if you have any questions about best ball, drop them in the comments below and we'll get back to you guys. Good luck out there in all of your individual best ball drafts, and we will see you guys next time. And hopefully I will be taking the trophy from this draft. We're going to mark this one down, and the winner among you, me, Eli at the end of the season gets to rock this around the office. Or we'll send it to you where you are. Cool.
I'm editing my team name right now to make sure
the judge's
that
gavel.
We know. Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.
Bye, guys. Good luck.